Bringing your right hand to the right side of your mat. Left hand's going to come above the head, giving yourself a nice side stretch. We're going to do a little bit of a change of pace tonight, slowing things down, really working to go into each stretch as deep as we can. As you're in this side bend, make sure both your sit bones are planted onto the mat. As you inhale, close off your chest a little bit. As you exhale, go ahead and open it up towards the ceiling. Inhale, closing it off. Exhale, opening up. One last time. Inhale, close off. Exhale, open up. Left hand comes onto the mat. Right hand now is going to go over. Taking one breath in this neutral position. Inhale, go ahead and close off your chest. Exhale, open up. Doing the next 2 rounds at your own pace, trying to align your breath to your movement. After you've completed your 2, go ahead and bring your right leg over your left knee, preparing to go into a side bend. Left hand is going to hug in the right knee. Right hand is going to come behind you, supporting your spine. Go ahead and twist over your right shoulder. Once again, as you inhale, straightening your back. Exhale, twisting over. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, twist. Trying to go further with each exhale you have. Turning your gaze over your left shoulder. Go ahead and release. This time, left leg is going to come over the right knee. Right hand is going to hug in the left knee. Left hand is going to go to support the spine. Taking a nice deep inhale, go ahead and sit up straight. Exhale, twisting over your left shoulder. Inhale, taking a nice deep breath, sitting up a little bit straighter. Exhale, twisting further. Taking a nice deep inhale again. Exhale. Then shifting your gaze over your right shoulder. Go ahead and release. The bottom of your feet are going to come together. Hands are going to interlace, pointer finger faces up, taking your toes into your palms, preparing for a butterfly pose. First, go ahead and warm up your legs by just wiggling them. Knees are going to come up and down. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and take a nice deep inhale, sitting up nice and straight. Exhale, forward fold. Bend through your hips before you allow your back to hunch over. Once you've fully bent through your hips, then go ahead and release your neck. Once again, as you inhale, go ahead and straighten. Exhale, forward fold. Each exhale is going to allow you to come a little bit deeper into your stretch. Each inhale will challenge you to stay in the stretch. Release, coming back up into a comfortable seated position. We're going to swing over onto our knees, coming into a tabletop. Before we do any cat or cows or really warm up or thread the needle, let's go ahead and take our hips and just bring them in big circles, keeping your toes tucked, warming up your whole body. And as you come into your neutral position, go ahead and go in the opposite direction. Coming back into a neutral tabletop, untucking your toes, right arm is going to come up towards the sky. Go ahead and come into a thread the needle. Bringing your left arm into a bind. Left arm releases, coming back onto the mat, lifting yourself up into a tabletop position. This time, left arm's going to go towards the sky and coming into a thread the needle on the opposite side. Once again, the option to take the bind with your right hand is there. Right arm comes onto the mat, lifting off the mat, coming into tabletop once more. Let's do 5 rounds of cat and cow, taking inhales and exhales at your own pace. I'll walk you through the first one. Inhale, go ahead and come into your cow. Really try and give yourself a nice deep back bend here. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And then go ahead and go through the pace on your own. Once again, aligning with your breath. One last time. Rising onto your knees, fingers are going to face down, palms are going to support your lower back. Preparing to come into camel, options are to keep your toes untucked or go ahead and tuck them if you want a little bit of a shallower camel stretch. However, whenever you're ready, go ahead and bring your right hand onto your right ankle. Left hand comes onto the left ankle. And go ahead and give yourself a nice back bend here. You're in camel pose. Allowing your head to hang loose. And slowly coming out of it by releasing your right hand, then releasing your left, shifting your hips back onto your heels and meeting me in a child's pose. Coming into tabletop, lifting your knees right off the mat. Let's go ahead and come to our first downward facing dog of the night, pedaling out your heels, warming up your calves. We're not going to be doing many downward dogs, so taking this moment to really warm up whatever parts of your body you feel you get benefit from. Right leg comes between the hands, left foot drops down, rising up into a warrior one. Opening up into warrior two. Right arm comes onto the right thigh. Left hand is going to go above the ear. Extended warrior. Left hand is going to come down the left thigh. Right arm is going to go above the ear. Peaceful warrior. Pinwheeling your hands back down to frame that right foot. Right foot meets the left plank. Go ahead and take your vinyasa flow. Meeting me in a downward facing dog. This time, left leg comes between the hands, right foot drops down, coming into a warrior one on the opposite side. Opening up, warrior two. Left hand comes onto left thigh, right arm goes over the right ear, extended warrior. Right hand comes down the right thigh, left hand goes over the left ear, peaceful warrior. Pinwheeling your hands to frame your left foot meets the right. Go ahead and take a vinyasa flow at your own pace. Step or hop your feet to the front of your mat, coming into a forward fold. Flat back. Forward fold. Go ahead and rise all the way up to the top of your mat. Hands come to heart center. Samasthiti. Coming into mountain pose, Tadasana, we're going to do our balance pose for tonight. We can either do tree with your right foot on the inside of your right thigh, or you can go into an extended tree, holding on to your right big toe, extending out. Go ahead and take your options. Making sure you're looking at something that's not moving. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and release. This time, same thing on the left side. Options are to come into tree or to go into an extended tree. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and release, shaking off that nice balance. Great job. Coming back to the top of our mat, we're going to rise our hands all the way up, prayer above the head, swan diving our hands forward, forward fold, flat back, forward fold, step or hop your feet to the back of your mat. This time we're going to lower all the way down onto our stomachs. Feet are going to come all the way onto the mat. Coming into a cobra pose. Go ahead and extend your arms, making sure your elbows aren't locked. but almost straight. Letting your chest shine forward. Go ahead and release. Coming into a plank pose on our forearms, bringing your forearms onto the mat, tucking your toes, lifting your hips off the mat. You're now in a plank, making sure you're looking forward. Let's go ahead and hold this plank for 2 Ujjayi breaths. Very good. Releasing all the way down. Arms are going to come out to a T. Left hand is going to stay planted on the ground, and you're going to bring your right hand onto your mat. Go ahead and swing on over that left shoulder, giving yourself a nice little shoulder stretch here. Right leg is going to go over the left. If you want a little bit more of a shoulder stretch, interlace those fingers together. You'll be fully balanced on your left shoulder. Allowing your head to rest on the mat. Go ahead and release, coming back onto your stomach. This time, right arm is going to stay planted where it is, rolling over onto the left shoulder. Left foot is going to come over the right foot. Once again, the option is to interlace your finger to get a little bit of a deeper stretch, or to stay right where you are. Go ahead and release, coming onto your stomach, coming all the way back into child's pose, coming into a wide-legged child's pose. Big toes are together. Knees are going to go to either side of the mat. Arms are going to be out in front of you. And then go ahead and come out of that child's pose, swinging your hips out in front of you. We're going to lay down on our backs now. Preparing for bridge pose. Bringing your heels in towards your glutes. Knees are going to stay up. Shoulder blades are going to tuck underneath you. Holding on to your heels. Taking a nice deep inhale. Exhale, go ahead and lift your hips off the mat. Releasing. Taking a nice deep inhale again. Exhale, lifting your hips off of the mat. Go ahead and release. One last time, taking a nice deep inhale and releasing by lifting your hips off of the mat. Bringing your knees in towards your chest, coming into wind releasing pose, rocking side to side. Hands come onto the tops of both knees, and we're going to do some nice big circles going in opposite directions. Your knees should go away from one another and then come back in towards each other. The next time your knees meet in the center, go ahead and go in the opposite direction. Left foot is going to come onto the mat. Right foot is going to go onto your left knee. You're in a figure 4. Right hand is going to go between your right foot and interlace your fingers behind your left knee. Go ahead and gently guide your knee in towards you. Releasing the left foot back onto the mat. This time the right foot's going to come onto the mat. Left foot is going to go over the right knee. Left hand is going to come through your feet and interlace behind your right knee, bringing that right knee in towards you. Thank you. Go ahead and release, coming into a happy baby, holding on to holding on to your big toes with either finger coming out. Meeting me in a happy baby. Drawing your knees in towards your armpits, rocking side to side to give yourself a little bit of a nice massage here. Releasing your happy baby, just keeping your legs straight up towards the ceiling. The bottom of your feet should be facing the ceiling, giving yourself some support by holding on to your thighs. Making sure your head and neck are fully relaxed onto the mat, keeping your toes flexed. Try and hold it here. Go ahead and release your legs all the way onto the mat, preparing for Shavasana, palms spaced up. Closing your eyes, going through the motions of relaxing every single part of your body from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes. Today we had a nice gentle practice to focus on our breath. So it shouldn't be too hard to reestablish your normal breath. Slowly coming onto your right side, cradling your head in the crevice of your arm. And slowly rising all the way up to the top of your mat. Hands come to heart center. Keeping your eyes closed. As we prepare to close out our practice with 3 ohms followed by 3 shantis, go ahead and take a nice deep inhale with me. Om.